This is the Palin Update on Mama Grizzly Radio. I'm Kevin Scholla in the 3D Security and Training Academy studios.
Politics isn't just a game of clashing parties and competing interests. The right reason is to challenge the status quo, to serve the common good, and to leave this nation better than we found it.
It's hard to believe it's been 7 years since Governor Sarah Palin made a splash on the national scene. Now she's working as hard as ever, fighting for this exceptional country that she loves. Today, in a Mama Grizzly Radio exclusive, we're thrilled to have Governor Sarah Palin on the Palin Update to talk about Donald Trump, Planned Parenthood, our Second Amendment, and so much more. Governor Palin is coming up. A brand new installment of Liberty and Legacy with Tamara Colbert is on the way from Texas. And just ahead, our latest edition of Steel Resolve with Sarah Steelman in Missouri. Welcome to the Palin Update on Mama Grizzly Radio. The Palin Update is sponsored by 3D Security and Training Academy. Learn more at 3dsta.com. We've been doing this show for 4 years, and we've had the greatest guests you could ever hope for. But today, undoubtedly, we have our favorite guest. She is the inspiration for this program, the former governor of Alaska, and the only woman ever to be on a national Republican ticket. She is a daughter, a wife, a mother, a warrior. She is the Mama Grizzly, Governor Sarah Palin. Governor Palin, welcome to the Palin Update on Mama Grizzly Radio.
Thank you so much, Kevin, and thanks to you and your listeners, to your followers. You guys keeping up the fight for the good old U.S. of A. If it weren't for you, people like you, we'd be in a world of hurt, Kevin. So thank you.
Well, that means so much to us, and it's an honor to have you here, especially after this wild week after Donald Trump appeared on this program and praised you. Heads exploded across the country and the globe, really. What did you think of Trump's words, and what's your take on his candidacy overall?
Well, of course, I absolutely respected even more his boldness for being so candid about his opinion of me, and I thought it was just awesome, too, that he shared that with you, Kevin, because, yeah, heads exploded and other things exploded and across the U.S. as a result of your interview, and I certainly heard from a lot of people, a lot of new people even that I hadn't been in contact with before, wanting reaction about Donald Trump and his candidacy. So I just think, what a coup for you. You did great. And Donald Trump, I do have great respect for him. I have respect for anyone who's gone through the fire and is going through the fire because I can relate to that. And, you know, I know it takes guts and tenacity and perseverance to kind of rise above some of the constructive criticism is great, but the just the haters, which is so unnecessary to have to face, in my opinion. But those who go through that, it makes me respect them even more, especially when they come out stronger. But with Donald Trump, I really appreciate that he is calling it like he sees it, which is truth. And he's not a politician. Thank the Lord. He's not a politician. So he doesn't owe anybody anything. Nobody owns him. So he's going to tell the truth and not couch all of his answers with some poll-tested, kind of namby-pamby, vanilla-flavored answer to anything. He's going to be candid, and he's going to tell you what he thinks and what his solutions are, and that's so refreshing in politics. And then another thing with Donald Trump, this man is real success. Politicians so often love to tout their resume and the letters next to their name and their certificates on the wall. And, well, that resume, as opposed to real success, Donald Trump, he is the art of the deal in so many respects. He wrote that book called The Art of the Deal, but he literally knows the art of the deal. And here in America, we're losing deals left and right. We're losing we've lost our industrial base. We're losing our friends, our allies. We're losing, obviously, respect around the globe. We're losing morale in the United States military with the troops whom we so respect and love, and we want them to be able to respect and love their commander-in-chief and the organization, and all these things that we're losing deals on. Donald Trump is one who's saying, well, here's how you fix the problems. Here's how you seal the deal to win.
You know, you'd think Trump did something so awful by the way liberals imploded here, but all he did was say something good about you and leave the door open for a partnership with you. Now, who are you? You're someone who loves God, who fights for our Constitution and life and our soldiers and our Second Amendment and common sense. You'd think that'd be a positive, a lover of America with a servant's heart. It beats the criminals we've seen in Washington of late.
Well, you know, with Donald Trump saying something positive about me, just kind of as a representative, though, of that message that you just conveyed. He's saying something nice, and then, heads exploded there, the liberals especially. You know, why in the world would you want to associate yourself with Sarah Palin? And by the way, I do know Donald Trump well, and so personally even, you know, I can vouch for his character, his love of country, and his intelligence when it comes to these solutions that he proposes. But, Kevin, the funny thing is, heads exploded on the conservative side, too. You know, people saying, oh, my goodness, you know, how is it that you would appreciate Donald Trump's comments when and then they go down something old in his past that has happened, or you know, something that in a lot of respects, when you consider the real state of our union and how desperate we are for solutions to get us back on the right track, a lot of the things that people are bringing up, they're petty, they're irrelevant. They are, you're never going to find a perfect candidate. But conservatives had some of those exploded too, and also because many have interpreted it as, oh, you only like Donald Trump, he's your pick. And I'm thinking, he's awesome. I thank God that he's running. He's stirring it up. He is coaching. He's educating the other candidates, letting them know this is how you tap into the good part of a populist movement. These are the issues that the people are talking about: jobs, industry, the competition for our jobs via illegal aliens coming over open borders, all those things that Donald Trump has taken on. Well, the other candidates now, they have to step up their game. They have to, they're finding out, wow, he's up in the polls. People actually like that candidness. They actually like hearing answers and not again, those poll tested soundbite type of coached answers. No, people do appreciate that. But my point in saying something good, and I'll keep saying good things about Donald Trump, is he, as I say, leading the other candidates and really shifting the national debate in areas that we need to talk about. They need to come to the forefront of a national discussion and debate. But at the same time, Donald Trump is, believe it or not, he's going to be able to help reveal what other attributes are in other candidates. Because other candidates, they're either going to be smart enough to understand what it is that he's tapping into, the electorate's frustration with politics as usual, with the status quo, and they're going to emulate some of it. And they, from hearing what it is that he's saying and connecting with real people, they are going to be able to have opportunity to articulate their own solutions to all the problems that we're facing, or they'll reveal a character trait that's not good in politics, and that's being so stubborn that you and not humble enough to admit, oh, yeah, you know, he's right about that. And I think that goes a long way for average, everyday, hardworking, patriotic Americans. We like to hear people leaders who can say, you know, I don't agree with him on this issue, but he's right on this one, and I'd work with him on that. And anyway, that aspect, too, of Trump's candidacy is very valuable, and I have good things to say about him. I have good things to say about all the GOP candidates. I'm very thankful that we have a deep bench, and They all have positive attributes. They all have some good background that bodes well for what they would do as the administrator, the executive of our nation. I just have appreciated, though, having the opportunity to kind of speak personally and on a professional level about Mr. Trump's attributes.
I got to tell you, the thing that struck me funniest about all the coverage of Trump and his comments about you was some of the feedback I received. My favorite governor, people scolding me. They said I was humiliating you by putting you near Trump. They said I should be ashamed of myself for dragging Palin into this. And my thought was, wow, do people realize no one tells Sarah Palin what to do? And I thought, man, I wish I had that power. I'd say, hey, I'd make Sarah Palin come to all my kids' Little League games just so we could say, hey, look, there's the governor. So for people to give me that kind of power, I was like, hey, wow, that's pretty good. But no, not happening. So, imagine that misinformation out there. But I want to talk a little bit about the reasons why I support you fully and why we do this show. Overall, it's the trust. Your honesty and trustworthiness make you unlike the others. You're also unafraid to take on anyone hurting our country from either party. As far as issues, though, the two that really stand out to me and the two that you've been such a champion for are life and our Second Amendment. And I wanted to get into those a little bit today. First, the life issue. You've not just talked the talk, but obviously you've walked the walk with life issues. You chose life for Trig. You've fought for life. And lately you've been the leader in the defund Planned Parenthood movement. Not afraid to call Planned Parenthood for what it is, and that's pure evil. Why must we get rid of Planned Parenthood?